Assalamualaikum and welcome to APA-TURE-RITA. Today our guest is, I think you guys every IIUM student will know, he is the president of SU.
Yeah.
Muntasir.
Yeah, this one.
Hi guys.
So it is such an honor to have you here with us. Thank you so much for coming and accepting.
Despite becoming our guest of a little podcast and put aside his busy stuff. Just now he said after this he'll be going to Kuantan campus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Busy guy.
I always try to make time for my students.
Oh.
He's goated like that.
Okay. Should we would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Assalamualaikum guys. My name is Muntasir bin Aznan. People usually call me by MUN. So I'm a third year, second semester students from IKHS, majoring in Fiqh and Usul Fiqh. So I'm the current president for IIUMSU Student Union.
Hey. Okay. Nice. Nervous sikit.
Nervous.
Okay. So our topic for this episode is about you lah and also SU. So we want to know like what encouraged you to become the president of IIUMSU for this tenure.
Yeah. So technically, I think it's quite I try to make it not a very boring story, but technically, I've been actively involving myself in various kind of voluntary activities outside IIUM also. And I've been involving myself in organization for quite some time. So I think being a person inside an organization or leadership might encourage me and empower myself more. So particularly on previous tenure, I was in SU also, but as a staff member. So just to let you know lah, our structure currently, we have an officer. So officer is the one who has been elected lah during the election, and under the officer of each officers, we have staff members. So staff members ni, the common term for other clubs and societies are subcommittees lah, something like that. Yeah. So I was a staff members for SU for the previous tenure, and I really like how we work in the organizations, the work environment, the initiatives and programs that we initiated, and the working culture itself. It's really it's really empowering. I guess. So I think I really want to involve more in student union. So hence, I nominate myself as the candidate for the previous election. And alhamdulillah it went smoothly with a little bit drama in the middle. So we talk more about that later.
Okay. Yeah, I heard that IIMSU dia banyak. It really like empowers students, because previously one of our guests, Firdaus, he already graduated, right? And then he said before that he used to be the head of the welfare office, something like that, and he said that is his like batu loncatan in SU. Yes, stepping stone. So like since he joined SU, he learned a lot and all that. So I also heard about it a lot from my friends and all that. So kind of macam nak try a bit. So
you can try.
Okay.
You can always try.
How long is one tenure?
Usually the usual term it's around 1 year. So yeah, probably this tenure if.
Is it coming to end SU right now?
No, it will be next May.
Next May.
May next year, yeah. Ujung May.
You guys,
end of the May.
this tenure started.
We started early 30 May.
13 May. Oh, okay, so 1 year.
30 May this year?
Yeah. We started.
It's my birthday, man.
Oh, your birthday. Oh, happy birthday.
Okay. The next one is during your election tu kan, like you say there's dramas and all that.
Yeah.
Aside from that, are there any challenges? And before that, can you tell us how do you build your team for the election and your campaigning and all that?
So that particularly during the campaigning period of the elections. So talking about the teams in my elections, I have many friends that I have that we involve together in various clubs and societies. in university. So most of my team leaders in my campaign team was my friends from before involving myself in SU. I've been in Kuliah Based Society, which is my kuliah lah, KSS Student Society. So I was the co-chairperson for welfare during last year. I mean, the tenure around last year.
Second sem.
During my second year kan. So most of the friends from that tenure of IKSS Student Society became my best friends. So yeah, so we sort of like talk about what's next after the Kuliah Based Society. Our tenure ends. So I was just said what popped up in my mind. I was going to run for the SU election. So they like, oh, if you need our help to help in your campaign, we can help. So yeah, so just go on like that. So all my friends became my campaign team.
Voluntarily.
The voluntary became my campaign team. And I just add. Oh, sorry. I just add my my other friends to be part of the team. Yeah, so most of them are from my team.
That's not true, man. Like, if you join a Kuliah-based society, and they're gonna be like your second family.
Yeah.
True.
Because we are both from my STSS.
Yeah.
And our training is about to end, and it's gonna be sad.
Yeah. I think you have around a few weeks left, right?
Yes, the end of the month turun.
I think I need to add one more on this. Interestingly, we have in UIA, I think most of students didn't know about this, but I think most of you guys have to know this. We have political fronts in IIUM. So basically political fronts, if on a larger context outside of IIUM, on a national context, we have a political party, right? So it's the same in IIUM. So if you go to the any elections in IIUM, campus election, kuliah elections, SU elections, it is a part of campus politics kan. So basically in anticipating this campus politics issue, we have a political fronts too. So I have my friends in my political fronts to help me throughout the campaign in terms of directions, in terms of the campaign content itself. Yeah, because we have to get someone from who is good lah in that part also to help you in terms of your direction. Yeah. So technically I think that's the teams that help me throughout the elections.
Okay, so like they help you to organize your campaign.
Yes, they help me through constructing my directions for the union. What am I going to do for the past few months, early months? So they some sort of like advise me in many things lah, in terms of my directions and my approach in the union and throughout the campaign. So that's how they came up.
Oh, okay.
Any like for students to look out in any SU programs in the upcoming days?
I think for now we have. I think for the past few months we have organized few significant programs. We held our IMSU Open Day. Past few weeks, I think past 3 weeks, and we currently we are still ongoing on disability awareness campaign, IIUM Disability Awareness Campaign, IDGAC. The program was organized, the campaign was organized by Office of Welfare. So it's currently ongoing. So yeah, that is a current IMSU program lah for now. Inside the campaign we have many programs, and I think this IDGAC campaign, in my opinion, it was, I think, one of the big impact program that IMSU has brought, because I think not many students really well advocate on disability issues. For an example, if you encounter one of our blind students, what would you do? How could you help to guide them going from point A to point B? It's actually really important to actually instill empathy in ourselves. Yeah, so I think this Disability Grant Awareness Campaign is one of the big programs that currently IMSU is currently organizing.
Disability students are quite rare in the UAE, but still there are still students.
In IIUM we have around 90 plus students, including Kuantan and Pago, but mostly in Gombak lah. So the disability services for the person with disability we need to revise many things lah in terms of services for the disability person. Yeah, that's what I see.
Talking about disability, do you think IIUM Gombak is inclusivity in terms of facilities for the disabled person.
I think in terms of giving, disability services in IUM, I think we are leading the way in terms of disability services in Malaysia, because if you go into it, not all universities have their own office for disability service. In IIM, we have DSU, Disability Service Unit. So this disability service unit in Malaysia, I think in university in Malaysia, I think we only have 2 universities who have disability service unit. So I think we are quite ahead in terms of disability service in IUM. And in terms of facility itself, I would say that IIUM itself, it is good. It is quite inclusive, but there's still more that we can provide lah. For example, blind students, if you held an event at experimental hall, I think, yang dekat masjid tu kan, experimental hall kan. So experimental hall ni, for blind people, it's really hard for them to go there because of for blind people ni, you have to have the infrastructure, some sort of for example tactile for them to guiding them, and then the steps also, and then untuk for wheelchair users, ramps. So for disability students, many of them couldn't go to experimental hall if there's any program that they really want to go. So that is one of the problems lah that we need to address in IIUM. But in terms of any other facilities, I think we are quite inclusive lah in terms of disability service. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know IIM is famous for the bongos kan?
Yeah.
I like for the bongo.
Yeah, I heard it's built.
So
for
is it one of
them.
one of SU punya?
Actually, it's the initiative under our government to help. It's project, but it's a long biography story.
Okay.
But in terms of the RAM itself, cerita pasal bongo ini kan, we currently have around the main road only, we have around 21 humps and bumps. Tak tahu nak panggil humps ke bumps kan. If it's quite big, I think bumps lah. I think most of students didn't know about this, but our university are currently planning to restructure our road back. So basically, I think the projects will be happen next year, early next year. All of these 21 big bumps in the main road will be clear, and then they will rebuild a new bumps around the main road. So which is a better bumps lah, not a big one, with the one with that follow the spec lah.
I think like you know GTA, they can run.
Yeah.
Like full speed.
I've experienced it many times already, especially when you are in back passenger. Driver,
true.
you can feel that yourself are flying.
And if you have like lower car, that's
sayang
pain.
Hey, do you know you usually have like they have like two-way, like two-way.
Two-way.
Are they like
about this.
are they bringing back the two-way or no?
They will not bring back the two-way, but instead there's a few other things that they want to do in the main road. I think I can share it to you guys lah. I think it's not PNC already. Surprisingly, they will reduce the number of roads in our flow in our main road. So it will only be one lane in our main road. Because before this, currently kan many cars will park their car around the main road, the left side of the road.
Yeah.
So Beam company, the electric scooter company. The electric scooter company supposed to come to IIUM. They supposed to bring the Beam here.
Like Easy Wheel.
Like Easy Wheel. But the Beam kan famous at KL kan. The electric scooter kan. So they supposed to come and bring Beam here this year, but the Beam company told the university that if you want to bring Beam in IIUM, you have to make a specific bicycle lane in your university lah.
Okay.
So the development division of IIUM plan to reduce one lane. So the lane that they will buang tu will be a specific bicycle lane.
So basically, they will just paint the road.
They will restructure lah. Maksudnya they will make a proper punya road.
Oh, there's gonna be like bars.
I'm not sure bars tu akan ada kat mana. But they will paint a specific lane untuk bicycle, and then there will be enforcement lah for the lane tu. So yeah,
I think
expect
people will have
many things
mixed
to be
feelings.
expected.
Yeah.
Mixed feeling. Yeah, for me too, it's a mixed feelings. But IIM Student Union, we emphasize, we say it clearly in to the management. If you want to impose this, there's only one condition that we want from the university. We put one condition for the university. You have to improve the the shuttle services in IIM first, because the main purpose kan they want to do this is because they want to make IIUM a low carbon campus and less cars lah. I mean to lessen cars lah in IIUM. So we said lah, if you want to less the car, then you have to improve our shuttle service.
Betul.
So basically kan, the plan was, you know Conversil in iCall tu kan, Conversil depan iCall tu,
yeah.
in front of iCall tu,
Sebelah
they want to make
Budi-Budi.
they want to make it a big parking lah. Macam if you go to trains kan, they have, if you go to take trains,
LRT,
MRT ke KTM ke LRT kan, ada parking lots.
Yeah.
So they want to make the Conversil tu macam parking lots, a big parking lots. And then if you want to go any other place in IUM, macam nak pergi kuliah ke, nak pergi mana-mana ke, you will take shuttle service, bus ke, macam Easy Way tu ke, ataupun Beam yang ada nanti. So we said that we have to improve our shuttle service lah, macam tambah bus, tambah the schedule.
And also like
Yeah.
they want to like go to green, and I think there's like a lot of electrical bus you can buy now.
Yeah.
And also self-driving one, and I think Sabah have like the self-driving electrical bus.
Oh, menarik.
Yeah, Sabah, not even in Kuala Lumpur. There's one self-driving bus. I think company there is making self-driving bus.
Oh, interesting.
Betul.
So they want one of the things lah yang we said, that if you want to impose anything, you have to improve other things lah. So if you want to impose this green campus initiative ni, kena improve many things.
I think if you want to impose green campus, go to Zubair first lah.
Yeah,
Zubair.
Me myself, I'm a
the
Zubair
parking.
resident. I'm a
Yeah,
Zubair
Zubair.
resident.
Oh my god, it's so tight. Might as well just like make a beam lane there. Just remove the cars from the left and right, man.
Ya Allah, Zubair parking is the traumatic parking. Don't go there, guys.
Right, go to cafe, but like that's like 2 lanes. Right is cafe, left
Left
is
is mahal
hell.
lah. Oh.
Don't go ahead.
Yeah, the problem right now is because many students bring cars illegally. So I think most of us know that the only students who can bring cars are only final year students, and
And also LOC students.
LOC students only can bring cars. So yeah, if there's numbers of cars in IUM,
I think that's the
And-
first thing they need to do.
Yeah, reduce the
wanting to reduce carbon emissions, go to Zubair.
they go to Zubair.
Go to Zubair and clamp all those cars. man.
I think for to reducing car, I think there's a few. We have met several officers lah in IUM to try to solve this, especially Awesome lah on the legal punya part, execution punya part. So we met Awesome. So Awesome said that they will do something lah, maybe some macam what specific summons for them, for the ones who bring
Yeah,
car
compound.
illegally, compound for the ones who bring car illegally, because every time I go to Dubai, I think we need to do something lah. We need to reduce these cars.
Well, if you bring like a large car, it's done.
Yeah, habis.
You need to bring at least Asia or Myvi.
And
That's
ev-
only like
And
a
every
small
day
car.
in Dubai West Group, there will be parking issues.
Yeah.
Don't park your car here. Don't park your car here. Don't park. Please remove your car.
quote by a person I remember. This guy is like number one complaint in my blog. I think I'm my blog group.
Which block are you? Which block are you?
I'm blog C.
Oh,
D dia block D.
Block D tak cukup dalam lagi lah.
Oh,
I mean block
dalam
I.
lagi.
Block I was the end of the Dubai. So
It's like this one person in our group always like complain and like so like if he posts in like the group, everyone's like that's that guys. we get ready ourselves for like keen criticisms.
yeah, it always happen there. So that's when we talk about initiatives kan for the university. So the university are trying to bring many changes in our university, but in student union, are we okay with that changes? We will support the changes, but if you want to impose big changes, macam for example ni lah, the road restructure, road resurfacing, green campus initiatives, so you have to improve your services lah to the students.
I mean, like before like adding stuff, you need to like look at the main problem. Which is, I
Yeah.
think like the car, people bringing the car, right?
Yeah.
And also like there's like I think it's like people leaving the old cars, like they
Yeah.
finish at UIA and they just leave it in UIA. And there's like one in besides Block Diesel Bay, there's one car.
Yeah.
It's so
Ada lagi I guess tu.
it's still there.
Still
like people want to park there, you can't like.
And then nobody
It's
knows
taken
the
place.
owner.
Hmm?
Nobody knows the owner.
I think, bro, below the car, like fungus screws, like I don't know, like
Macam dah lama tinggal.
lama gila.
Long time.
Long time. There's like some cars, you know. I think do you know like you have the junkyard kan? I mean like all like old cars parked there, and, like they don't use
Ada.
it. And people like just go there to, like to take car parts, you know, just to
Oh,
like,
no.
they want to build.
Oh,
Like,
that's
Spare part.
allowed.
yeah, spare part.
Lepas tu boleh jual.
Ah,
Can sell
okay.
If you want to make good money, go there like just find good parts and like sell it online.
Yeah.
They leave it there, like they just leave it there. You know? I think probably like international students like they go
Yeah.
back to the country.
Most international kan dia,
They just
dia,
leave
dia
it.
punya car punya ni kan, car owner ni macam pass person ni.
Oh.
So until one person didn't use the car and they didn't pass it to other person or there is no one to buy it, you just leave it lah.
Junkyard ni dekat where?
I think dekat ni Padang Kawan. Dekat
The parrot.
Before I got my driver's license, my friend brought me there. Like, okay, you
practice there
yeah,
kan?
practice there. Right.
It's the best place to practice before you take your driving license.
Because there's a lot of parking there, and like some parking are taken by the junkyard cars. You see that so run down like some engines are taken out,
And then it's the complete cost lah. So ada bukit.
Okay.
and some cars if you just change like the oil and stuff on that car, it'll run.
Okay, fine. You can use
It's a
it.
free car, bro. If you know how to make the car work, you don't need to buy a car. You can just like take it now. But it's probably illegally, you're taking it. But like,
Pissed up bro.
Okay. Alright. Back to our.
Oh, dah jauh
main-
kita pergi.
We have a stray away from our topic. I want to ask more about your challenges in your becoming a president during your campaign, your election period, and all that. But we'll talk about it later after this break. Okay. Okay, back from our little break. So we want to continue our conversation where we left off tadi. So can you share your drama challenges that you faced during your campaigning period during the whole IIMSU election?
Drama, I think ada few. The first important, the first drama tu, the campaign period itself was 21 days. 21 days I think.
Sahaja.
Sahaja? That's a long time.
a
The
long
campaign
time.
period.
Oh, okay.
that's actually long.
That's actually very very long. Sampai
okay.
sebulan.
Almost a month.
Almost a month. It was very draining. Sebab memang gila lah. And supposedly it was 2 weeks. Tapi sebab ada drama yang where one thing happened. I was supposed to go for deputy presidency. So suddenly the candidates for presidency dia step down because of ada issues lah. Tapi itulah. So things happen. So bila dia ada berlaku few
Hiccups.
few discussions lah.
Okay.
Dengan I discuss with, I jumpa dengan my deputy president punya contestant at that time, and macam rasa macam tak apa, you should naik lah. So I think macam okay tak apa, I naik lah. So I voluntarily go I drop my candidacy for deputy president, so I go for presidency. So itulah drama yang besarnya yang mengubah the whole SU punya election time tu. Yeah, so itulah. And then ada dramas macam dia macam bukan drama lah, macam experience lah juga. I get to learn many things lah during the election in terms of SU itself, and in terms of the campaign. Because I think ni macam first time lah I involve myself in campaign period. And it was really, if you try kan, macam lain lah dia punya penat dia. Different types of tired.
Yeah,
Because I
almost
remember
1 month.
during the day when you went to KCT kan, I saw you at KCT je. Oh okay, it's the next deputy pres kan. Talk. Other than I remember going back to my friend's Mala, which is Mala Osman, and you still interviewing people like I think I was like 8 something. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, this guy.
Macam you have to be everywhere lah. You have to make sure that you go to every place. Yeah.
So you went from kuliah to kuliah to Mahala Cafe to Mahala Cafe
Ya, kuliah tu kuliah, mahala tu mahala.
in one day.
Tak adalah all macam there's a schedule lah. So that itu function campaign team lah. So they will susun your schedule. Mesti penat lah. And you have to repeat the same thing macam jumpa orang, how are you? Macam adik papi issue. Itulah so. But it's a good experience lah.
How is the reaction? How was the reaction of those people surrounding you? Like I bet you receive a lot of support. Like you see your team from IRKS, HSS, semua like want to help you and all that. But did you ever receive any criticism or backlash? Ever?
Ada jugalah macam campaign period, macam time campaign period tu kan. Ada je yang macam bila macam tak tahu lah, macam not a personal punya criticism je, but criticism on a union, on the student union and for university itself lah. Because one thing that I do when I meet the students during the campaign period tu, I ask lah what are the issues that you think the university should solve, the student union should push. So terus at that time saya dia macam datang, okay, SU patutnya buat macam ni, buat benda ni. University is supposed to do this. You as a candidate pun kena buat macam ni. So macam tu lah.
Okay.
So it's a constructive criticism lah. And I on the other side, I really good. I really welcoming lah that thing. Macam lagi bagus lah. Macam if you didn't hear the concerns from your stakeholders, how could you improve kan?
True.
Yeah.
Betul. That's about your election and your campaigning period. Congratulations, you're now the president of SU. Okay. You mentioned before this that we have like political front in our campus, right? Can you talk? I want to hear about your opinion on the political campus, like campus politics. Like lagi-lagi right now is the election punya period, right? So, we might get worried that there's like less percentage of the turnout voters and all that. And yeah, what's your opinion on the political campus?
I think it's a little bit concerning juga lah in terms of our, because I think it happens not in IIUM only and not in IIUM Gombak only lah. It happens to other IIUM also. Kuantan and Pago also have the same thing. Other universities also have the same problem, which is the leadership crisis and participation issues lah. Ini benda yang macam our this tenure ni macam have been seeing it lah, and we also menjadi bangsa, being the victim of it also. So so that's a real problem for university right now. We have a less participation, and if you see there's a few kuliah election that have been done also. Macam if you could see I call all the candidates are win uncontested. So it is pretty much worrying lah, because that shows that we have a leadership crisis in that, because there's less participation in nomination. So in my election as well, it's really concerning because me myself I win uncontested. So yeah, because and other candidates as well win uncontested. So that's the real issue that we're having right now. So in terms of campus politics ni, there must be several things lah that we have to do lah, in terms of advocating about campus politics, promoting the kuliah elections seriously, maksudnya lebih to approach many students, and then we have to do, I think right now we have to do many approaches lah. We have to do many approaches, macam dulu social media, so we go for social media only. So I think right now on the ground approach pun we have to do it, macam buat promoting, consistently promoting the elections, and then one of the things yang this tenure suggest to do, yang we insyaAllah will try to do ni on the political front itself, because political front ni I would say it will add a little bit spices lah in the elections campaign. So for example kan, if you see on a national punya scale, we have political party kan. So this political party ni when dia jadi lebih apa kata, the elections be more ni lah, more lebih berfokus and lebih meriah because you vote for the party kan. So macam bila going back to our IM context ni, we also need a body, bukan body, I would say an organizations. Yang macam if you cannot expect clubs and societies to promote about elections because other club societies, because can you expect macam volunteer club to promote about elections? Tak kan? Macam because basically it's not their niche. So we need a specific group who can promote the election consistently. So that's when the political fronts came to light. So they are the ones who will advocate more about campus politics because that is their niche. So that is one of the ways that we can do to increase the advocacies about elections, about campus involvement.
So you want there's not only there's a lot of parties that will join in
the
elections
elections.
and people will vote on those parties.
Yeah,
So that the president of those parties will be the president of SU.
Not necessarily. Macam if we look on a national punya scale pun, Presiden UMNO ke Presiden PAS not the PM kan. So it could be anyone. It could be anyone in the party. It could be anyone.
So anyone in party that can be.
Yeah, and you can also contest yourself without a party. Yeah, you can also be neutral. So it's free. It's up to you lah. We give full liberation on that. But to add more, I think to to make it more interesting lah, because to make supposedly election is the one of the things in your campus that you should look up into, because basically you will choose your leaders to be to be your leaders lah, who will bring your voices, and campaign period itself is supposed to be I would say it should be a festival lah, a democracy festival yang all students can celebrate. Yeah. So but right now we didn't see that much, but the effort is there. We can try. We always have to try.
Do you know UM punya election is?
Yeah,
they have parties, right?
Yeah, examples dan university that kita kata legalize their fronts. Macam bertani ikut parti, macam can openly promote their political fronts.
Have you seen UM punya election day, election week
Sorry.
It's like a Malaysian meal too. They're like bringing the flag in like pickup trucks and like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So UKM also is the same example. So the idea is that we have universities that we look into lah. So UKM and UM for example.
So what are the political front dalam UIA?
Currently we have few political fronts already. I give you example. We have Congress IIUM. You guys can look up into their social media lah to know more about them. Congress IIUM. We have Grassroots Empowerment IIUM, and we have In Unity. Unity ni a political front initiated by our international students. Right. And then we have other also. Some of them tak ada dah, macam Arus Siswa. So that's the three and we have we Unite for Islam with Wufi. So these four ni current political fronts yang popular dekat UIA ni.
Okay. And you are under?
I'm under Grassroots Empowerment.
Grassroots Empowerment. So like the candidates approach them or them approach the candidates?
Sebab when you have political front ni, they can support you in many ways lah. Macam in terms of campaigning pun, macam the teams can come from the political front, and then after you win the election pun, they can be your support system lah, macam advise you on many things, and approaches tu, diorang boleh advise macam-macam. So macam political front punya support ni ada lah bila tu. So for the candidates for each front tu ikutlah, boleh jadi can be you the approach, and can be also you approach them. So it's both ways.
So you got the support from them, but what do they got in return?
They got in return apa? They got me lah as their candidate.
Did you you got support from the grassroots, and did you constantly promote
because it's a campus politics kan, macam kalau political front advocate on campus politics, but they don't have their representative who's in power kan, so macam contradicting jugalah. So that's how it goes lah.
Okay.
The system.
Alright. Okay. Alright. Nice. initiative. Okay, we're almost approaching the end of our this episode. We wanna ask more about SU initiative of IIUMSU for the students to know more about the IIUMSU, because I don't think people know, like IIM student knows about it. Even yesterday I told my friend that today I'm gonna do the podcast with Muntasir, and she was like, huh? Siapa? I was like, huh? You don't know? Macam
And we
tu.
also like give like what's the difference between IMSU and other NDP in university.
Yeah.
I think I can start on the part 2 first.
Okay.
So the difference between student union and MPP, I think is I can divide into few points lah. The first one, we have more autonomy on to govern ourselves. So technically, on the technical parts, we IIM student are different entities from our university, but an outside entities from our university, because when the university decided to abolish SRC and introduce student union, and student union were registered under registration of society, which is kalau the terms outside ni NGO lah. I think most of us know what this NGO is. So non-government organisation. So IIUMSU is one of the NGOs in Malaysia. And NGOs ni are separate entity from the university lah. So we have our own bank accounts, we can govern our own money, and then we can have our own approach. Each tenure can have their own approach to the university. It goes both ways with the university, and then we can issue our own statement to the university or to the government. If the governments do something that we don't like, we can condemn them directly. So that's the difference between the major difference between a student union and NPP, because I think as an NPP you cannot do things like that, especially on the autonomy part, when you can handle your own organizations in terms of money ke constitution. You have our own constitutions, and then you can govern it, and then you have under us we have Parliament Commission, Election Commission. So these commissions are under us. So macam tu lah. So things like that. So on the initiative part, I think this is one that we've been struggling lah. I think each tenure will be struggling to actually let students know more about our initiative, because particularly we have many initiatives and programs. Macam currently kan ongoing, we have disability grant awareness campaign, but most of the students didn't know. So on the promotion part tu needs to improve a lot lah. So on initiative part, we have few ongoing initiatives and planned initiatives. So under IIMSU we focus more on welfare punya initiative lah. Macam we have many welfare initiatives and programs pun ada juga. Ada office and under each office lah. We have office of welfare, we have office of Islamization, we have office of education, office of banyak office lah. So these officers came up with their own initiative and programs. For example, my office of President, we have our own departments, which is women rep. So women representative lah. So yeah, all women and guys ada juga. Me kot guys. So yeah, under this women rep ada few initiative yang diorang buat. So for example, ada flagship program diorang, She Speaks, nama dia. I'm not sure you ever join. Please join lah.
I think I want to be like the leader of that.
Sure bro, boleh je. So She Speaks tu macam program dia when they buat macam a circle, safe space for women to talk. Women and men can join too. Talk about gender punya issue lah. And then under issue juga ada MUN project. MUN project ni macam is a project to tackle period poverty issue. So we provide free pads lah for female students. And then we have free breakfast initiatives that we try to initiate monthly. So these are the initiatives that we do. And then we also have our financial aids. We constantly receive many students who facing financial problems, so we help them in terms of financial aid, giving them money lah, in terms of financial aid. And inshallah we'll try to bring more sustainable and impactful welfare projects in the future. Next year there will be many initiatives and projects, inshallah. Pray for us and we'll bring more lah.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
So that's about IIMSU. What about you? What's next?
What's next?
What's your goal?
After SU?
We also ask this to every guest.
Yeah, menarik.
What's your status?
Status what? Online.
Yeah, saying because basically it's asking what's your status.
Single lah, single.
What's your status and what's your goal? Your what's next? Just what's
What's next after degree ke? Okay, okay.
After SU,
I
after
just
degree
go
or
roughly je lah. Status single. Online, forgot to log out. So apa lagi? What's next? I think after degree life, I was planning to do masters lah. InsyaAllah. I was thinking to go to finance punya sectors.
Finance.
I was because my dad was in finance punya sector, so he encouraged me to go there on that. So I have one I can look into. So yeah. So the confirmed one was that lah. Kahwin bila tu nanti. Not planned yet. So insyaAllah lah. And I think macam after my degree ni, I want to focus more on my hobbies lah. Macam sekarang macam my current hobby ni macam suka sports. So, menarik.
What sports do you like?
Yang I paling suka football. I main kan tak power pun tapi main lah. Tapi macam I macam plan macam last year I took coaching punya certificate. So I was planning to macam after degree macam nak pursue on that lah, macam my passion kan. Nak buat coaching, maybe buat my own club.
Maybe IUMSU can like have a friendly match with ICT Rex.
Boleh, sure.
Boleh.
We planning
football,
to macam next semester lah macam nak buat bi-weekly punya friendly match dengan apa? Club societies dalam IIU.
The football.
Last previous tenure ada, tapi ada match sekali je I join that. Tapi macam this tenure macam nak buat banyak kali jugalah. So tengoklah macam mana next year ke next semester ke.
Okay.
Nice.
And then
Right. Any more from there?
no, but after
He's
SU,
single.
after SU, you like are you have any plan nak sambung lagi ke SU or
tak tahu lagi.
tak tahu lagi.
We'll see lah. We'll see.
Okay. Alright. Is that all?
Alright, that's all from today's episode. Thank you for tuning in and Assalamualaikum.
Yeah, see you.
Bye bye.